Welcome. We're learning Daf Ayin of Torah Ohr, a summary. The mimer we're learning begins with the pasuk Zachor Shabbos Lekadsh. Remember Shabbos to sanctify it. The question is, Shabbos comes every week, regardless of whether we do anything to sanctify it or not, and spiritually as well. Shabbos has its light of Hashem, which is revealed on Shabbos, and it happens regardless of whether we do anything. It's the revelation of the light of Chachma. So what does it mean that we sanctify Shabbos? Also, we got the Naamru will explain the meaning of the two commandments that were both said together: Zachor, to remember Shabbos, and Shomor, observe Shabbos. And what is the meaning of them both being said together? Also, it says that that Zachor together with Vavke, the last two letters of Hashem's name, equals 248, the amount of positive mitzvahs that there are in the Torah. And similarly, Zichri, my memory, with Yudke, with the first two letters of Hashem's name, also equal 248. So we're going to explain the meaning of this. First of all, what does Shabbos mean? So weekdays is about when our inner self has to go out in order to do something, to focus on the outside world. And similarly with Hashem in creation, he's extending outside of himself to create. Whereas Shabbos represents when the kaichas, all one's abilities and one's whole self goes internally. When you rest, everything's at peace and it's all within. So Shabbos is connecting to the inner self, which is beyond the external self, which extends outward to create something outside. Now, it doesn't mention Hashem's name, Havaya, Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, until after the 6 days of creation. Until Shabbos comes, there's only a mention of Elokim. And that's because Elokim is the name of Hashem within worlds, whereas the name of Havaya, beyond worlds, as Hashem is for himself, that's only from Shabbos. What was the purpose of creation? It's that now we can refine the world and find the godly sparks within, subdue the clipper, the shell which holds back those lights, and even transform it that it should all be part of Hashem. And this is the idea of being a Baal Tshuva, which is transforming darkness and Yetzer Hara and making it part of Hashem. And Shabbos, therefore, is connected to Tshuva because both of them are getting beyond, being extended outward to connect to the real self. Now, Shabbos, we said, is always the automatically revelation of Hashem's light of Chachma. But through our efforts throughout the week in refining the world, we on Shabbos are able to connect to Tainug, to Hashem's pleasure, which is beyond Chachma. And therefore this is the Lekadshah, what we add and sanctify Shabbos. And that's what the pasuk means. Last is Shabbos, that we make Shabbos happen through transforming the world. Similarly with Torah, through Torah not staying abstract and aloof with Hashem, but coming down to inform the way we work with the world and how to refine the world, that also elevates to beyond Chachma, Torah's regular source, to Tainug. And this is the meaning of what we say when we say a bracha, Asher Kirishanu. We say Asher. Asher means that, but Asher also means to be fortunate or to have pleasure. And that happens through doing a mitzvah. We reach the pleasure which is beyond the regular worlds. Normally there's the beginning of the bracha, Baruch Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem our God, which is within Atzilus, and then Melech Olam, King of the world, coming down to lower worlds. But through that we give Hashem pleasure and then reveal that aspect of pleasure of Hashem, which is even beyond the beginning of the bracha, which describes Hashem as he is within the highest world of Atzilus. Now, one of the questions at the beginning was we wanted to understand the meaning of why Zachor, remember, plus Vavke, the Vavhe, last two letters of Hashem's name, equals 248. That's because when we try through our refining the world, we elevate to Yud-K to the highest levels within worlds, which is the highest levels of the first two letters of Hashem's name, Yud-K. So that's the one accomplishment throughout 248 mitzvahs. And then the second accomplishment is then Hashem responds in kind, bringing down his light to us, and therefore zichri, what my remembrance, meaning what Hashem brings down to us from Chachma, he brings it down to us to the last letters of his names, the letters that represent extending outward to us, that also equals 248, because the second accomplishment through our refining of the world throughout the 6 days of the week is that then Hashem brings down, especially on Shabbos, brings down his light to us. Now, this happens, as we said, mostly on Shabbos. Shabbos first is going back up to Hashem himself and then sharing that with us. That's also the accomplishment of Torah. And that's the meaning of us sanctifying Shabbos, that we bring Shabbos to a higher level, to Tainug. But this only happens through first working 6 days. And that's why when it gives the command, the Torah gives the command to keep Shabbos, it first says, 6 days you shall work. Why? That's not part of the mitzvah. The mitzvah is just resting on Shabbos. But to really reach the spiritual pinnacle of Shabbos, it's through our work throughout the week, of our work of refining the world and doing this with the love of Hashem, which is zachor. Zachor, remembering, is the right side, the masculine side, which is connected to love. Whereas Shomer, guarding Shabbos, is the feminine side, the left side, and connected to yira, reverence of Hashem. Shomer, while Zachor is about revealing Hashem's light, Shomer is about protecting it to make sure that it is only received by the right recipients and in the right mode, the right way, that it shouldn't be used that Hashem's light shouldn't go out to Klippa. Now, when Mashiach comes, it will be revealed how Zachor and Shomer are all one, meaning that even within this world where there's a lot of need for protection of Hashem's light, it will be revealed how Hashem's perspective, that Eino Movadi, there's only Hashem, to have even Yichud Allah, the high level oneness, where there is only Hashem, even within our world. And therefore, when Mashiach comes, it will be the day which is long, because Friday night, the eve of Shabbos, normally represents Shomer, the guarding from negativity, and the resting, like coming back to oneself after hard work. Whereas the daytime of Shabbos is where you're already just within this state of bliss and the state of beyond. But when Mashiach comes, Zachor and Shomer will come together. The night of Shabbos and the day of Shabbos will come together to form one long day of Hashem's unlimited light and revelation.